Hey y'all, it's me, Miss Faulkner, and look at this darling little tiger or lion. I don't even know what it is. It's so darn cute though. Look, he's giving me 5. Hey, give me 5. Look how beautiful. Oh my goodness. Wouldn't you like to just say hi, little guy? He might scratch your face, but he's pretty darn cute. Alrighty, let's get this party started. Alrighty. Okay, you guys don't actually have this sheet in front of you, so you're going to just follow along. So right here it says, multiply each side of the inequality by -1. Fill in the correct inequality. Okay, so I want you guys to turn over your Mad Minute, and you're going to do it there. So you have 2 is less than 5. If I multiply both sides by -1, I would get -2 and -5. Now let's see what happens. Is -2 less than 5? No, -2 is actually greater than -5. That's kind of an ugly sign. Alrighty, number 2, -3, if I multiply by -1, and I get -1. Okay, so at first it said -3 is greater than 1. But now if I have -3 and -1, -3 is actually, it's less than -1. I'd rather -$1 than -$3. Okay, go ahead and do number 3 on your own, and then raise your hand so we can give you a check. Okay, now it asks us, it says divide each side of the inequality by -1. Fill in the correct inequality. So, you're going to divide by -1. So 6 divided by -1 gives me -6, and 2 divided by -1 gives me -2. Now, at first it said 6 is greater than 2, which is right. But now that we've multiplied it, -6 and -2. Well, -6 is actually less than -2. So let's do number 2. 4 divided by -1 would give you -4. 8 divided by -1, -8. So at first it said 4 is less than 8. But now we have -4 and -8. -4 is actually greater than -8. I'd rather -$4 than -$8. Alrighty, do number 3, and again, give yourself then raise your hand and give yourself a check. Okay, what happens to the inequality when you multiply or divide by a negative? Well, the symbol switches. The symbol switches when you multiply or divide by a negative. Okay, so you have to make sure when you multiply or divide by a negative that you switch the symbol. Alrighty, so now we're going to do some inequalities with negatives. We're going to do some more. Okay, it says solve each inequality. Okay, our first problem is x over -3 is less than or equal to 2. Okay, in order to get x by itself, we're going to multiply both sides by -3. We're going to multiply both sides by -3. And what we get is we get x on this side. Well, we're multiplying by a negative. So what happens to this? When you multiply by a negative, the inequality has to switch. So x is actually greater than or equal to -6. Okay, what happens when you multiply by a negative? Well, we know the inequality, it was less than or equal to. Now it's greater than or equal to. So we know that it switched. So now we're going to go ahead and graph this. X is greater than -6. So I'm going to go to -6. Is it going to be filled in or not filled in? It's going to be filled in because I have the equal to. So x is greater than or equal to -6. I look at which way my arrow is facing. It's that way, which is the same as that. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my arrow that way. That's pretty nifty, isn't it? Alrighty, number 2. -2x is less than or equal to 10. Okay, I'm going to divide both sides by -2, divide both sides by -2, and I get x. Well, I'm dividing by a negative, so I know I have to what? I know I have to flip that. So x is greater than or equal to -5. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to go down to my -5. Is it going to be filled in or open? It's going to be filled in because I have the equal to sign. And if you look at which way these arrows are going, we're going to go ahead and draw that in. Now, how can we make sure we check it? Well, it says x is greater than or equal to -5. So x is bigger than -5. So did we graph it the right way? Well, 4, is 4 bigger than -5? Yep. Is -2 bigger than -5? We did so well. Look at that. Oh, sorry. Oh, look, that kind of looks like a little heart right there. Look. Hi. All righty. Okay, now we're getting into a little more difficult inequalities. It says, solve each inequality and graph. Okay, we have -2/3 x is less than or equal to 6. So, what am I going to do? I'm going to flip this for my reciprocal. So I'm going to multiply each side by 3 over -2. Whatever I do to one side, I must. Well, I'm going to turn this into a little 1. So I'm going to multiply by this 3 over -2. All right, this cancels out, and I'm left with x. I multiplied by this negative. So what happens to this inequality? Yep, it flips to be greater than or equal to. And I get 6 times 3. I'm going to actually do it up here because I don't have enough space. Equals 18 over -2, which equals -9. So my inequality will read x is greater than or equal to -9. So I'm going to go down here. I'm going to fill it in. I'm going to fill it in because it's equal to. And it's headed that direction. Oh my goodness, we are so smart. Okay, now this one is super tricky. We're going to be flipping it a whole bunch. So watch out. Okay, trying to get x by itself. So in order to get x by itself, I'm going to multiply both sides by -2. We know when we multiply by a negative, our inequality flips. So I get -8.2. Well, my inequality here is greater than or equal to, so I'm going to have to flip it to be less than or equal to. Those cancel out. I'm left with x. Okay, good job. I flipped it. I'm done, right? Nope. Why? Because I've got to flip this again so that x comes first. So we're going to flip it again, and we're going to get x, oh my goodness, is greater than or equal to -8.2. That's a lot of work. Okay, we're going to go ahead and graph it. -8.2, it's going to be about right there. So we'll see if we can do a good job with the circle. I doubt I can. Okay, I told you I didn't do a very good job. It's filled in because it's equal to. Now let's look at what direction. It's going this way. It looks like this. So we're going to take it. Oh, that's so cute. Alrighty, I hope you guys have enjoyed. I think you guys are brilliant and love you. Alrighty, love y'all. See y'all. Bye.